Hey everybody, this is Brenda Christensen and I help entrepreneurs and network marketers generate more sales and leads by leveraging automation and the internet. Today I want to talk briefly about 3 different assets that we all have access to on Facebook. One is the Facebook personal profile, another is Facebook business pages, and the third is Facebook groups. Now, you may have access to all of these. You do have access to all of them. You may be part of these or following certain businesses and part of groups, things like that. So I hope that as we talk about this, you'll think about the experience that you're having on Facebook as a Facebook user, and then think about that and what you get from it as you decide how you want to use these assets for your business. Okay, because people who are doing it well are people who are offering you value, and that's something that you will want to do for your prospects and customers. All right, so let's start with the personal profile page. These are called personal profiles for a reason. Facebook intended them for people to put their personal information on there. And one mistake that a lot of new marketers make is that they're so excited at the beginning, and that's wonderful. We want that energy, we want that enthusiasm, but we also want to channel it in productive ways. And so a lot of times when new business owners start talking about what they're doing, they put it on their personal profile, and that tends to repel people sometimes. You may get a few takers, but a lot of times it strains relationships, and the friends that you have on your personal profile page, those are relationships that I think you probably, or most people, would want to protect those. Now there is a way you can use your personal profile for building your business in a way that's smart, but you want to be really, really careful that you're not like bombarding people with stuff about their business when they're not interested. They're interested in you and they like you, but you don't want to lose friends because you're going crazy with all of your enthusiasm for your new business, right? So pros and cons of a personal profile page for your business is that the pro is that it utilizes your existing network of people. These are people who know, like, and trust you, and we want to keep them knowing, liking, and trusting you, right? So that's great. It uses your existing network. Also, it's free. You don't have to pay for anything on that, right? Problems or challenges, limitations really with your personal profile is that it's really not scalable. You have a limit of only 5,000 friends on your personal profile, and if you're serious about building a business, a lucrative 6-figure income business, you're really going to need to get beyond 5,000 people. There's some limitations to advertising and automation that you can integrate with your personal profile. And then also, it's really hard to reach your cold market. Now, with network marketing in particular, we know that a lot of businesses teach you to go out to your friends and family, and those are good strategies. These are people you love. You want them to have the same benefits that you get from from the products that you're selling, but eventually you're going to run out of people that you know, and you're going to need to start working with your cold market, and it's just really hard to do that when you're limited to the personal profile. Okay, so how are you going to use that personal profile? Well, you're going to use it you can announce to your family and friends what you're doing, so they know that this is something that's going on in your life, and just doing that may generate some interest from people who know, like, and trust you, right? You're also going to want to post lifestyle pictures. As your business grows, you'll be attending events. Take pictures of events and show people what one of your events is like. If you're able to start taking vacations and all sorts of things because you've been able to build this really successful business, or a picture of you working at home, those are lifestyle things that you can post that's just showing, hey, this is what's going on in my life. It's not necessarily, going crazy, promoting your business. It's just letting people what's happening in your life, how things are growing. So that is a really great way to use your personal profile for building your business. But again, you want to be very judicious about it and use it wisely. Okay, let's talk about Facebook business pages. Some people call these fan pages. These are the pages that are intended for businesses, okay? So this is where you can launch advertisements from. This is where you're going to want to talk about your business, the products and solutions that it offers. This is where you're going to promote special offers. Like if your company's having a particular sale on something that week, then promote that. And this is where you're going to attract people who are interested in your solutions. And this is going to be kind of like their card for you when they like your page, when they follow your page. For them, it's like their business index, but in Facebook. So we'll call it the Facebook index, right? So when they like or follow your page, that's what they're doing, is they're basically putting you in their Facebook index of businesses that they like and are getting value from. Okay, so let's talk about the pros and cons of a business page. Again, it's free to set up. One of the really great things about business pages is that they're scalable. There is no limit on the number of likes or the number of followers that you can have for your Facebook business page. And that is really, really important. You can also launch ads from your Facebook business page. And you'll want to do that for a reason, because the way the ads are set up, whenever somebody clicks on an ad or makes a comment, all of that is tied back to your business account, and that's going to help give you some really useful information as you are working to build your business. On the flip side, the business pages, you need to expect that this is going to take a long-term effort. Any business that you build, whether it is online or offline, is going to take time. These businesses, even network marketing businesses, regardless of what you were told, it's going to take some time to build it. There are a few people who are able, it seems like they're able to skyrocket overnight, and the people who do that, it's because they already have a big network of people who know, like, and trust them, and they're very good at cultivating those relationships. But for most of us, it really does take work. There's a learning curve, and we're gonna have to do things a little bit different. We're gonna have to learn how to do the business of network marketing. And so you need to expect that you're going to have to put in time and effort over the long term. So if you are not committed to putting in the effort over time, then you might want to reconsider whether or not you want to do your business, whether it's online or offline, because know that it's going to take time. The other thing that is kind of a less desirable characteristic in ways for business pages is with advertising. On Facebook anymore, it's pretty much a pay-to-play game. If you want to get noticed by the right people who are most likely to buy, you are going to, in my opinion, be better off if you pay to get in front of them. You don't have to have a huge budget. To be honest, I have seen great things come out of $5, $10 per day, run for a few days, and that money has been well spent. Because regardless of whether it turns into sales immediately, you're getting contacts and leads that you can cultivate relationships with, and they may be ready to buy further down the line. So in my opinion, it's worth it to pay. It doesn't take a lot. If you have a lot, great. but if you don't, there's no shame in starting small, and really I think it's smartest to start small until you really get your pump primed, I guess is the word, till you get your process worked out so it's working smoothly. So with that business page, this is where you're going to build your customer base by getting page likes and getting interaction with your posts. This is where you're going to want to build your brand, so people know what they can expect from you, and this is where you're going to deliver value. This is such a key component. People go to the internet because they want information. Because that information has value to them. So you want to lead with value, and then again, the advertising is a great option, especially if you're working to build your business, right? Okay, so let's talk about the third group. These are groups. The third group is the third asset, Facebook groups. Okay, Facebook groups are a little bit newer, and what is so great about them is that this is where you can cultivate relationships with prospects. And so these are places where you're going to want to give some additional knowledge, some additional value, training with people, and this is where the people who like you are going to get to know you better and trust you. And as that happens, they will come along in the buying process, right? And so a lot of those people can eventually turn into sales. So what's good is that setting up a group doesn't cost anything, and this is a really, really great place to promote value of your product or service. Now, on the flip side, Facebook groups, they require daily activity. So there is a time commitment every day. And so you'll need to make sure that you set up time for that and that you are, again, providing value in the group. And again, this is where you're going to want to share knowledge. A lot of the special information that you may have from your company about your products, how they work, their ingredients, testimonials. One thing that's so great about groups, especially if you can include some existing customers in that group who share their testimonials, is as people share those testimonials, whether they're existing customers or people who come in, they will start trying your product and they will start telling people how your product or your service has improved their life. And as other people in the group see that, it becomes a social reinforcement for them. And so little by little, they will start seeing that, you know what, I might be able to get that result too. And so it really helps to cultivate the relationships with you as an expert in whatever the field is, but it also helps them create relationships with each other and as a community, it's like they're all growing together. It's really kind of a cool thing. Facebook groups, a really neat option to use. Now, should you use one or the other of these three assets? I actually use all three. I think a lot of six-figure earners use all three. I'm not saying it can't be done another way, but gosh, we have these resources available to us, so why not use them? So let's just put together a really quick scenario of how you could use all three. Your personal profile. This is where you could announce that you're doing your new business, and you could invite people to go over to your business page so they can find out more about it. Okay. In your personal profile, you can post lifestyle pictures, things like that, that show people what's happening in your life because of your new business. Okay. Then people would go over to your business page and they could find out more about your business if they're interested. And if they're not, you're not bugging them on your personal profile page. So they go to your business and they're learning about it as fits them, and they can, share that stuff with their friends if it's applicable. And as they're in that business page, if it's appropriate for them, you can have them self-select to join a group where you're offering additional value and cultivating that relationship even more. And again, if they are already an existing customer or because they know you, that's where they're going to provide social proof for everyone else in that group. All right, so that's how you can use those three Facebook assets that don't cost anything to help build your business. Now, these strategies are really, really great, and they are outlined in the Attraction Marketing 10-Day Bootcamp. That's a free bootcamp that you can get. So you'll want to click on the link in the description for this video. And that's a place where you can practice doing all of this. It'll walk you through kind of how to set this up and how to work with Facebook to help grow your business. There's so much more than just the 10-day bootcamp, but the 10-day bootcamp is a really great way to get started and to kind of start working in your own sandbox to see what you can do with your business. So I encourage you and invite you to take advantage of that free resource. Again, look in the description for the link. I hope this has been valuable for you. I know as I have been working to build my businesses, trying to understand how to focus each one of these Facebook assets has been a little confusing. And so I wanted to make sure that I was able to clarify that for you so you maybe don't suffer with some of the same confusion that I did. And I will tell you one other thing, that as you're working with these three groups, you'll find often that the content that you post in like your Facebook group might also be appropriate for your Facebook business page, and even sometimes your personal profile. So if messages are fitting all three places, go ahead and post them all three places. That's okay. You don't have to come up with separate content for all three of them. Sometimes you will. Some content you'll come up with is appropriate for certain things, but again, I encourage you to take advantage of that 10-day boot camp. Hopefully you have found value in this. If you have, give me some thumbs up, give me some likes, give me some hearts. Let's keep working together so we can build our businesses. Thank you for watching, and if you have any questions, reach out to me and let me know, okay? Thanks, and make it a great day.